Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to my Trying a New Makeup Product Every Day series. Today I have this really fun product to try out. This is from the brand Alleyoop and it's the Stack the Odds. It's a 3-in-1 multi-use face stacker. It's got highlight, blush, and contour. This product is very pricey. It retails for $38, but I did get this in my July 2022 Boxycharm base box. So if you have not seen that unboxing video yet, that is up here on my YouTube channel. And this is just so beautifully packaged, and I feel like so cleverly packaged as well. And something about this logo, I really like it. But so you open it up, a little mirror here, and first we've got the cream highlight, and then you swivel it over. We've got the cream blush, and then let's see, we swivel it again. We've got the cream contour. So these look like beautiful shades. I hope they're going to work for my skin tone. First things first, let's do some swatches. Oh my gosh, such creamy feels. They're looking very pigmented too. Oh my gosh. That actually swatched even darker than I was expecting for the contour. Oh my gosh, such a pigmented but beautiful shade of pink for the blush. And then the highlight, definitely more of a pinky toned highlight, but once again, very nicely pigmented. I love the texture of these. When it comes to contour, blush, highlight, my comfort zone, my go-to is definitely powder products, but it says to apply these with your finger or with a brush, so maybe I'll try out both techniques. I just feel a little bit like, oh, how do I apply these since they're not what I typically use? But typically I do my contour first, so let's start there. And I'll go in with my finger to start. Just pick some up like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and just like apply it where I typically apply like my bronzer contour. It definitely feels a little weird applying it with my finger. But oh my gosh, this actually looks really nice on the skin. This color is actually perfect. It's super blendable and super easy to apply with my finger. Oh my gosh. Wow, much easier than I was expecting. And look at the difference that did for the contour, the lifting of my face with it versus without it. That is quite the illusion. I'm so tempted to want to apply more, but that actually is like the perfect amount. So I'm going to resist applying anything else to my cheek, but I am going to pick up some more on my finger of the contour shade and just continue along the hairline, which is where I typically apply my contour and bronzer. And I'm not exactly dabbing it, I'm kind of like smudging it along, and it's still really working. Wow. This shade is really perfect. It blends out really smooth. It goes on a little bit warm tone, but it blends out with like the perfect amount of pigment and shade to be both a bronzer and a contour. And it looks so undetectable texture-wise on my skin. It didn't lift the makeup. Wow. That is really nice. On the other side of my face, I'm going to continue on with the contour. I want to apply it with a brush just to see. I'm going to go ahead and use this kind of angled flat brush, picking up the bronzer here. Let's see how this works. That works really nicely as well. And I kind of feel like it's a little bit faster and easier to blend with the brush versus my finger, and it's still giving the same amount of pigment. So for me, I probably would go with the brush technique because it still did not lift the foundation, blends out smooth, but was just much faster. Ooh, so I really like that. I'm gonna continue on with the brush, picking up a little bit more here. And I also like to contour along the jaw here. So I went in with a little heavy right here at first. Just gotta work through, blend that out. But I love this as both a contour and a bronzer. Such a beautiful formula, such a perfect color. Next, I'm gonna apply the blush. So first, on the side where I was using my finger, I'm gonna pick up some of the blush on my finger and just apply it right to my cheeks here. Oh my goodness, this is also blending so beautifully. Just kind of melts into the skin and just blends out super smooth. This definitely gives a nice flush of color. It's more of that like magenta red shade, which definitely gives that flush of color. But I just feel like on my skin tone, it looks very red. It looks very like sunburned type of red rather than sun-kissed type of glow. So it's hard for me with my skin tone to find that most flattering shade of blush. And I don't feel like this is the most flattering shade because I feel like it doesn't really warm up my skin tone. But it is still, like, aside from the color, a beautiful formula. I am loving these cream formulas. So smooth, so blendable, yet they are not moving the foundation underneath. And that is usually the problem I run into with cream products. But so just like how I use my finger on one side with the bronzer, I'm going to use a brush on the other side with the blush, just like I did with the bronzer. So picking some up here, it actually was pretty quick and easy to blend it out with my finger on my cheeks, but it might be even quicker and easier to blend it out with the brush, which it definitely does seem to be the case. This is extremely pigmented, so it does seem like a little goes a long way with the blush. So pretty, but I just feel like when I look at my cheeks, I'm back to the redness, which is naturally in my cheeks, which I already tried to cover up with foundation, and now it just kind of feels like that same redness is back in my cheeks. So I'm not loving the color, but the formula is so beautiful. So blendable and seamless on the skin and the makeup. And then finally, we will finish off with the highlight. And I am going in with my finger, picking some up, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply this to the high point of my cheek. Looking pretty subtle, picking up some more. Let's see if I can build it up. I just can't get over the beautiful smooth texture of these cream products. Sometimes cream products can really emphasize texture in the skin, but these are the most smooth, beautiful products. But gosh, I am layering and layering this highlighter up, and it does give like a subtle glow to the skin, but it's definitely not as intense as I was hoping for. I mean, with it versus without it, you can see a difference. And if you like a subtle highlight, this is great. But I personally prefer a little bit more glow. So we'll even out the cheeks. I definitely like applying this with my finger. Even powder highlights I apply with my finger in this technique, because it definitely does tend to give the most pigment. And especially with this highlighter, I am trying to get the most pigment. But also this shade works beautifully on top of the blush. It is more of like a pink shade, but it looks completely seamless on the skin. And I love that I can layer and layer it up and it's still looking super smooth and lightweight on the skin, even though I have applied so much. It is pretty. I definitely have more of that life back in my skin with the blush, the contour, and the highlight glow. I am loving this finished look, but most of all, I am loving these formulas. The shades might not be the most perfect for me, but gosh, am I impressed by the formula. So this brand, Alleyoop, definitely sounds familiar. I have not tried out many products from this brand though, and now I really want to try out more because I am so impressed by these formulas. So if you've tried out these products or any other products from the brand Alleyoop, let me know in the comments down below what you think of them, which products you would recommend. And thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day. And I will see you tomorrow in my next video.